This is good, right?
Yeah, we're done, girl. Sit down.
It's going to be real cold on my raw dog and back.
That's why you gotta get the soft side. You know
I
what
got
mean?
it. Ugh, I'm going to pick some wedgies.
This bitch has been
Through the ringer.
frozen aggressively.
It's been in my freezer since last summer.
I mean, it makes sense.
Okay.
Ow, feels like last summer's cold.
Oh, yeah. Well, to be honest, my kids have probably pulled it out 800 times because they always have owies and eat ice packs.
Aww.
But they don't really. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do.
I'm changing my goddamn last second.
Are you?
Because I just remembered something.
Bold move, Cotton.
God damn!
I've had
quieter
so much
without it.
coffee.
Have you? I, too, have had a lot of coffee.
Fucking Ric Flair over here.
Ooh.
Woo! Woo! How's it going, Erin?
Oh, you know.
Oh, I do know. We just been hanging out for the last fucking 2 hours.
Hell
and we
yeah,
should have
we
been
have.
recording.
I know. Oops. Don't tell anyone.
I love it. I just told everybody that we know.
Well, not everybody,
That's true.
but most people. How are you?
I'm okay-ish. I'm good.
Okay-ish?
You know when you're
Uh-oh.
like, I should just lie.
Yeah. Like, are you looking for a real answer? How
Yeah.
much time you got?
100%.
I'm looking for, I'm fine.
I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing so good.
Oh, man.
Jokes on us.
Jokes on us.
Actually, you want to hear my goddamn?
1,000%.
Is last night, my fucking problem child.
Which one?
My second oldest, my Hank, my
Second
dog.
oldest. Uh-oh.
He's my third oldest, I guess. Hank, the fucking one who tries to kill himself. He's a dog. He's not a kid.
The
He's
corn gobbler?
the corn gobbler, the corn cob gobbler, who fucking cost me way too much money
Fucking way too much money.
last year.
Yeah.
Has it been
Was it?
a year?
I don't know. Is his incision healed?
Yeah, barely.
Didn't he have to be in a crate for like 6 weeks or something insane?
Yeah, he was messed up.
Did
okay?
he make it the full 6 weeks or did you let him out before then?
I think he made it the full 6 weeks.
I cannot imagine trying to keep my dog in a crate for that long.
Well, no, he wasn't really allowed to be out of the crate ever. He couldn't move, man. His
So he just
entire
laid there.
insides.
Well,
had
they
been
did
fucking
exploratory surgery. They
Fiddled
explored. Yeah, fiddled with is the actual terminology they use.
They were like, we're actually going to do some research while we're in there.
Yeah.
See what all these extra shit's for. I don't know. Anyway, him.
Yeah,
my
that one.
little love bug.
Shit stain.
He was sleeping on my bed last night, and I went over to him, and I was like, "Hey, buddy," and he opened one little eye and looked at me.
So seepies.
Yeah, just see baby. But I was like, "Do fucking dogs do that? Like, do dogs do
The
that?"
one eye, you do that shit.
Yeah, like the one eye. You know, when like someone's sleeping and they open one eye, like, "Oh, I'm just so tired." He was doing that, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
You do that, and then you close it really fast. And
Yeah.
I'm like, she's not ready to wake up yet.
Like,
That's
I
when
wasn't
I
there.
wake up drunkenly next to you, and I'm like, where are we? In a bed? Okay, good night.
in a bed, okay. Yeah, don't look him in the eyes. Yeah, he was only opening one little eye, and I was like, that's weird. So then I started like making little whistle noises to make him like perk up and look at me. or
Yeah, like
whatever.
open me, fucking Popeye. What's going on here, dude? Stop
Yeah.
winking at me.
Yeah, and he just didn't, and he had a big ass fat swollen eye, and it wouldn't.
Oh,
it wouldn't open.
baby.
Yeah, I was like, my little man, like, what's going on with that? And so I started trying to open it, and he was
Ew.
not having it. Listen, I'm into it. So I
Yeah,
was-
you're just touching your dog all over.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
wipe your dog's eye boogers with your hands?
No, I have to get paper towels. I can't do it because then it's on my hand, and I'm like,
You just wipe it on their fur.
no,
I do that with Chip.
never petting
But she
your
doesn't
dogs
have
again.
she doesn't have wet eye boogers. They're kind of like just
Crusty.
one little crust, and so I just wipe it.
Ew.
She probably has a little wet, but I don't feel it.
Blah.
But I'm also gross, so I was
Yeah.
just wondering if your dogs. I feel like not both of them. I feel like Hank. He drools, right? Sometimes when he's fucking stoked.
Yeah, when he's outside, he
Yeah.
drools. Yeah.
See, I don't like drool though.
Mhm.
You know, I could do an eye booger.
No, when I took him to the dog park, I used to have to bring a towel. 'Cause
Yeah.
if he gets
I
new
fucking
smells
remember
and shit,
that. Yeah, like some dog
just
hears
starts salivating. I'm like, what
to
the
wipe
fuck,
down,
bro?
Jesus, these jowls.
Anyway, so yeah, I was all swollen shut, and I was like, "Hey, Brandon, give him a shower."
Did he get bit by a fucking snake?
I have no fucking idea. So he gives him a shower. He like tries to, warm water.
I like how
and
you're
all
like
that.
his eye's swollen. Let's run him a bath.
Run him a bath.
Let's
that's what
light
I
a
like.
candle. Give him a glass of wine. He's obviously stressed.
See if it comes down. I don't know.
Put the lavender essential oils in the air.
Exactly. Just dropped it on his fur. Just trying to make him feel
Give his
comfortable.
little thumb pads massages.
Yeah. Put some cucumbers over his eyes.
Fucking-
Take down the swelling.
To be your dog sounds awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he doesn't
Supper.
fucking think so.
The corn cob goblin part.
Keeps trying to kill himself.
Yeah, evidently.
So Brayden gives him the shower and kind of like tries to flush it or something. It's not working. Now, I put a cone on him because we have cones because,
Was he fucking with it?
yeah.
You have cones.
We have
got
cones.
cones on lock.
Yeah, we got cones on cones. And this motherfucker breaks through them. So we're like, listen, tie this bitch on.
Yeah.
And,
so he was fucking with it though.
Yeah, he was like, he kept pawing at it. Like,
oh, baby.
like he wanted to scratch it or something. And so I put a cone on him and we're like, well, it's like sleep through the night or whatever. And then I'll call the vet in the morning.
With this fucking cone.
Literally all night in a crate. God,
God, stop moving.
yeah. Just circling. So this morning, it wasn't any better. And it was all goopy.
Ugh.
Yeah. And he still won't let me look in it or anything. So I took him to the vet. And they were like, I mean, it might be a foxtail or it might be nothing. You can get rid of it with antibiotics. So
Don't fucking know.
yeah, he's like 50-50 shot. Do you want to pay this amount or twice that? And I was like, I guess fucking
less?
let's start with the first one.
Yeah.
Go through that and
See
see
if we
it
could stack this up, build a nice solid foundation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if this motherfucker has to lose an eye or something, like I'm just take the eye.
Dude, I'm
Take
not
the
gonna
eye.
lie. When Goober had cancer in his eyeball and we had to remove it, at first I was so sad. I was like, that is really sad. He's about to lose his fucking eye. But in the end, it was actually not that gross and not that bad.
It's not that
I mean,
gross.
and his little fur grew over it too, so
Yeah.
he looked like a little fucking badass.
little pirate.
You could get an eye patch.
Oh, I would for sure get him an eye
Oh,
patch.
my.
Or like a glass eye. I don't know.
Oh, can dogs get glass eyes?
I don't know. That's a world I haven't explored yet.
You could do so many options. So many options.
I mean, I could just sew that bitch shut, tattoo another eye on it.
yeah, they just sewed Goober shut.
Yeah. That might have to happen. I don't know.
Oh no!
I don't know where
So
it's
they
gonna
really
end.
don't know though.
No, they really don't know. And the vet tried to look in it, and he's like, oh, he's not even letting me look in it. And I'm like, fucking, of course. Like, obviously.
It's irritated.
Yeah, you see how red and angry it is? Like, of course he's not going to let you look at it. You're just going to open it up? I wouldn't let you do that, bro.
How do you give him medicine? Are they eye drops?
Yeah,
You just fucking hold him down.
yeah,
Poor puppy.
yeah. Brandon fucking opens it, and I drop it.
Ugh.
Yeah. And there's 2 eye drops. One is a drop.
Yeah.
Easy.
The other's goo. Keep it
Yeah.
from like drying up or something and scratching.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's for. And then they're like, maybe the foxtails or something will come out if with like the swelling down and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm not excited about it. And poor little guy is just fucking sad all the time now. The vet was like, is he acting different? I'm
Yeah.
like, well, he's not opening his eye.
Yeah, he's winking all the time.
That's different.
He is winking all the time. I just realized, do you think everybody knows what a foxtail is?
Yeah.
Like the little weed thing?
Oh,
like when
I
you're
don't know if
grass?
everybody knows what they are, but
I don't
they're-
either.
Yeah,
So
like,
we'll just address it just in case. But there's like these little spiky weed thingies that grow in the grass and they get fucking stuck in your socks.
Mhm.
Those are foxtails. But also,
they grow with like one pointy end, and that pointy end goes in and then doesn't come back out because there's like barbs on it or whatever. So it just
Yeah.
like works its way into their
it like
fur.
spirals down into your
Yeah.
fur or clothes.
Or their eyes, apparently. Or fucking ears and noses and mouths.
Okay, so I literally wanted to look up what a foxtail and a dog's eye looks like.
Oh, why would you want to look at that?
Don't do it.
Is it what it looks like?
Oh my God. What if you have to pull that thing out with tweezers like this person did?
I'll get it.
You gonna get it?
Ooh.
You gonna
Okay,
get that?
that's not what my dog's eye looks like. It's so aggressively swollen. You can see that dog's whole eye.
Your dog's eye looks way worse than this one.
So anything's possible.
I hope that just whatever you've done, like tonight or tomorrow,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, wow, it looks way better.
I hope so too.
Will you send me pictures?
Yes. Yes.
Especially if
yes,
he's getting
yes.
better.
Yes.
Poor
I
hanky
will.
doodle.
My little guy. Yeah.
Aw.
So that's my fucking.
Yeah, it's a problem. Anyway, so
problem.
you want to hear my goddamn?
I sure do.
Because it was just going to be that one of my kids is getting sick again because we're always sick. But I remembered that something happened that I didn't tell you about.
What happened?
When my son likes to play this game. We invent a lot of games in our house.
As you do.
So like you guys have all heard about Dino Hunter. And then the older son, he's really into sports. And so fucking all the time we're just playing sports. And he just like invents games. And we play floor tennis, which is we have this big old bouncy ball. It's like big. And we sit on opposite sides of each other, and there's like a laundry basket or something in the middle that's like our net or something you're not supposed to hit. And you just basically are volleyballing it over whatever.
Yeah.
And so we're playing that, and my kid gets intense, right? Like, I'm just basically, as the parent, you're just fielding him to make sure it doesn't fucking go hit something in your house. Not that there's anything important in my house, but that's all you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And the rule is that I have to be on my knees. Hey-o. But, like, I'm an adult, right? Like, parents have to be on their knees.
Yeah.
So that, like, we're short for the kids.
Yeah.
And so I'm on my knees, and I'm playing this game, whatever. My kid, my fucking 7-year-old, showing no mercy. And by the way, I just want to let you guys all know, he's way better at every sport than I ever could be because I haven't played any of them.
Yeah.
Including these made-up ones that he plays with his dad all the goddamn time. And so, you know, one night he begs me, I'm playing. I'm like, okay, cool. And he's fucking not going, no mercy. I'm getting like pummeled. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, you're going to break something. And there's just no break in between. Anytime I get a point, he argues it. And I'm like, all right, bro, you can fucking win. It's okay. Chill.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on here. Okay, so it's intense.
Well, actually, that was a technicality.
Yeah, I'm already real uncomfortable. Okay, guys, because like, first of all, this is physical activity that I hate. I hate moving. I would like to just sit here and cheer you on. I'm more of a cheerleader gal.
Yeah, yeah.
And now here I am on my knees on the carpet, raw dogging it, fucking tearing up my knees, trying to dive bomb all this shit, get hit in the head. Like, Jesus Christ, it's hot. Ceiling fans on. Just gotta set the scene, right?
Yeah.
And so I get this surge of energy in me where I'm like, I'm not gonna let this fucker win. I'm gonna serve it right back. You gonna hit me this hard? Whatever. I gotta be okay with whatever's in the background's gonna get broken, but that's okay because we're proving a fucking point. I'm gonna bounce this ball off his head, his forehead, ding, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm getting into it, and I'm like diving, trying to catch him, right? Like I'm really gonna get him. And I use my other hand as like my third leg to like stabilize me so I could reach for shit.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm old. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because all of a sudden I started fixing shit around the house on my leave of absence or what, but I think I have arthritis. I don't really know, but I fucking sprained my thumb.
What?
I sprained my thumb reaching for this bouncy ball to hit it. It fucking, I don't know which way it went, but it did not feel good. I had to lay down because I felt so nauseous because it hurt so bad. I got a real injury, you know?
No.
Like, fucking call the medics in a fake game. I was on the ground.
Did your kid take a knee?
He did. He came over. He's like, are you okay, Mom? And I was like, sweating. Because you know when you're going to throw up or faint, like you get real sweaty.
Yeah.
It's like sweating. And I'm like, Mommy's okay. I just really hurt my thumb. And he's like, yeah, I know that. Like, doing like he was parenting me. And then I'm like, I really think I fucking sprained it. And so we had to stop the game.
Yeah.
And that was like 6 weeks ago. It really wasn't 6 weeks. It was a couple weeks ago. Girl, my thumb still fucking hurts. Like on the way to go get these ice packs, I went to go open the door and I forgot that I can't use my thumb. And I was like, ow.
Like at all?
Like if I put pressure on, like if I try to grab my finger or like push down on it, it fucking zaps you. It hurts so bad. I broke my thumb off my hand.
Off your hand.
But you know what's weird is the other thumb is kind of hurting too. And I think it's because I'm like overusing this hand
Sympathy
now.
pain.
Yeah. I'm like overusing this hand for all my thumb-like things.
Yeah.
This one really hurts though. And this one's just like, ow, what is going on? I can touch the knuckle and I'm like, ow, I think I have arthritis.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm getting old. All right, so now that we spent 30 minutes talking about nothing, do you want to talk about murder?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, guess what?
Hey, what?
This is episode 299.
Oh, shit!
Murdered.
That means next week?
It's 300.
I have to pick something good.
You should pick something good.
Uh-oh.
Pressure's on.
Which should be like 300 has to be in it? Like the movie 300 has to be referenced?
Or, yeah, what were they? Vikings, Titans, Warriors?
Spartans.
Spartans.
Persians?
Maybe a Spartan murder. I don't think we know of any of those.
Or
maybe.
like where somebody gets kicked into a deep well for a sacrificial something or other. Okay.
Maybe an elephant stomping. There were elephants in the movie.
Okay. Yeah, they rode on them. Did they stomp people?
Yeah, there were war elephants.
Okay, let's talk about murder.
Okay, so here on episode 299,
Whoop, whoop! Whoop, whoop!
we are going to talk about Suzanne Marie Collins.
Suzanne Marie
Collins.
Mm-hmm.
She was born on June 8th, 1966.
Oh, good year.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, shit. No. Yeah.
Well, yesterday, if this came out.
Oh, shit. She 36.
Yeah. I don't know. 66. She was born in 1966.
66. I thought you said 86.
Oh, no.
And then she'd be 37 anyway. I don't know. Fucking math is hard.
Whatever. So,
66. That changes everything.
Yeah, this is in the
guess
before
that was
times.
a good year.
This is a long, long ago.
Yeah,
you know?
Sorry if you were born in the 60s.
Me too.
Didn't
I'm
my
just
kid
kidding.
just fucking roast your ass too?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What did I tell him?
I don't remember, but you were talking about childhood or something.
Super side note for Patreons. I was talking to her kid and I was trying to get, like, do you have a crush? Blah, blah, blah. And he had shown me his yearbook and I was like, what about her? She's really pretty. Do you have a crush on her? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, 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 no. I'm like, any girls have crushes on you? He's like, no. And I said, are any girls pull your hair? Do they poke you with sticks? He said, this isn't the 1980s.
He fucking roasted your ass. He delivered it too, so aggressively.
Got me. I was like, oh, you're fucking right. He said, nobody does that anymore.
And then you went, it was the 90s.
It was.
Fucking
That'd
asshole.
take 10 years from me, dick.
I know. They do that shit to me all the time. I'm so used to it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yep. My kids aren't that clever yet.
Well, they're just assholes. I wonder why.
Shocking.
Yeah. Don't know how they got that way.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are. June 8th, 1966, right?
Bullet 2.
Bullet 2. She's a Gemini.
Oh, we got Gemini in the house.
Gemini in the house. She's playful and intellectually curious, according to Geminis.
Oh, intellectual curiosity, huh?
So I'm not sure where she was born, but she went to Robert E. Lee High School in Fairfax, Virginia.
Fairfax. Ooh, fun fact about Fairfax, Virginia. That's where the DOJ is located. And some shady ass shit was going on there, according to this documentary I watched.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that's it.
It's probably also not called Robert E. Lee High School anymore, right?
I don't know. Who's Robert E. Lee? Is he, like, this sounds familiar. Did he invent the cotton gin?
No, it's Eli Whitney.
And we'll never
Why
forget.
do I remember
I
that?
don't know. I know, though, but it's like something they put in our brains.
Yeah. I don't know what Robert E. Lee did, but I think he was on, like the other side of the Civil War.
Oh, no.
The
Confederate side? I don't know. What's the other side? Depends. What's your...
It depends. How do you feel about slavery, I think he's on the wrong side of history.
Oh.
We'll go that way.
Oh, okay.
But
Everybody's
anyway,
probably screaming right now. They're like, these fucking idiots.
they're like, actually, he invented
the cotton gin.
the cotton gin. Yeah, I was like, what's something else that was that time? Anyway, from there, Suzanne joined the United States Marine Corps.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. Yep, she fucking,
Did her shit.
yeah, brave little girl. And she was stationed at Naval Support Activity Mid-South in Millington, Tennessee.
Could you imagine? Where are you located? Where are you stationed?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm stationed at Naval Support Activity Mid-South.
Oh, wow. That old Naval Support Activity Mid-South.
None of it was a name.
None of it. Naval
know?
Support Activity?
Naval Support Activity.
So it's like the administrative office.
Well, I don't know. Because
We
also,
just support the Navy.
she's a Marine.
Yeah, but my dad ran with the Marines for a while, so I think Navy and Marines hook up now.
Especially in
now and again.
Virginia. Or Tennessee, I guess. And,
Yeah.
I don't know. So because she wanted to be a pilot. She wanted to be a jet pilot.
She got on the wrong goddamn force.
Honestly.
You went Marines, you went ground.
But she somehow got into Naval Support Activity.
So she got into water.
Well, the Navy has, she really did choose the wrong way. Twice.
Air Force, bitch.
I mean, my dad became a pilot in the Navy, so
Yeah,
to
you
me
can really
that
do
wasn't
anything.
that big of a stretch, but you are correct. It's
he's
still
a sailor.
wrong.
Yeah.
Go be in the Air Force. At any rate.
But we do have Navy pilots, so you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just my dad was a sailor, so that's where my head goes.
Yeah,
I'm
my
like,
dad-
that shit's water.
Navy pilot.
Yeah.
It's water. Well, over the water. So she was training for aviation at this Naval Support Activity Mid-South.
Uh-huh.
And she had big dreams of being a fighter pilot, right?
Ooh. She
Fun
can see some
fact.
aliens.
Right.
She's stationed on the coast of San Diego, she will.
Well, that was my next thought was like, when did Top Gun come out? Because was she just like saw Top
just
Gun
wanna
and
be
was like, I'm going to go be a fighter pilot.
I'm gonna go do that shit real quick.
Yeah. It comes out the next year. So these are her own ideas.
Oh, wow. I like that you Googled it.
I did. I was like, I must know.
Yeah, I need to know.
Okay, so she was 19 years old and had made it to Lance Corporal, which is the third rank in. So, like, you enlist or whatever, and then there's another one, and then she made it to Lance Corporal, and then after that, you start getting, like, commissioned officers or whatever, right?
Oh, okay.
So-
I'm so uneducated when it comes to any kind of military ranking.
Bitch, I Googled it.
Like, yeah, okay. Like, even my dad, I'm like, my brother will talk to me and be like, who was an ace? Whatever the number is and with the letter E. And I'm like, all right. And he's like, it's really easy. And I'm like, I don't know. I just never, I'm chief. I know he was a chief when he retired.
I have like a distinct memory because when I started driving, we had the military stickers on our car so you
Yeah,
could get onto
yeah,
the base
yeah, yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, and
They don't do that anymore. You know that?
No, I didn't know
They don't
that.
put those stickers on there anymore.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't know that. But some guy stopped me at a gas station and was like, "Oh, you're an officer," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, because they know how to read all that.
Yeah.
Like, my dad made me do this so that I could go to the commissary for him.
Which I never will because I'll be terrified. Yes, sir. Should I salute? I don't understand.
Dude, I feel like fucking royalty when I would go on base with my dad.
Oh my God. Walking around the base with my dad, I feel like royalty.
Yeah.
And every time I look at him, like, is that fucking normal?
Yeah.
Like, why are they all
Yeah.
deferring to
I
you?
know.
Or like, why are they saluting
I
you?
know.
My dad's like, it's a little weird. Like,
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
weird.
And my dad would tell me all the weird things. Like, some guy handed him like a silver dollar or some shit, and they had a conversation. And my dad was like, "That's really cool." And I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "Some tradition where, I don't
a
know, if you
challenge
see
coin.
somebody that's older than you got to give it to them or something, or the other way around." I don't fucking know.
Weird.
There's so many weird things. I'm like, this feels a little culty. But
It's
also,
all real culty.
sounds like you're the top of the cult. So, hey, what's up, Dad?
So I'm for it.
Let's
you know?
go.
Yeah.
Let's go to that Navy Exchange and get me some fucking off-brand mud shorts
Yeah.
for way cheaper.
No taxes, bitches.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, while you're there, I need a new bed.
Which you can also get here for some reason.
It's like a giant Sears.
Put the TV on the bed and we'll carry it all to the front.
Jesus.
Okay, so she's Lance Corporal.
Right.
Pretty decent.
You're never going to get through this story.
Honestly.
I'd like to formally apologize.
Here's another thing that Google told me is it takes a year to get to Lance Corporal. Okay. So
Okay.
I don't know if that's impressive, but she had at least 8 months of training and like whatever makes a year
Yeah.
of active service. Something
Okay.
like that. Okay.
Cool.
Right. According to her roommate, she was a friendly, happy, and outgoing person and always ready to help others with their problems, right?
Oh, very nice.
Seems like a very wonderful person.
She does. She sounds delightful.
So she
Except for
gets
the part where you told me she's a Gemini,
Ooh.
and I'm questioning if she's a murderer.
because I do that to you, don't I? Gotta flip them around.
Yeah, you do. Waiting to see.
Waiting to see. So she gets all the way through her training, and it's the evening before her graduation. July 11th, 1985.
Okay.
It's about 10 p.m., and Suzanne decides to go for a jog around the base.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
10 p.m.?
Yeah.
What are we doing trying to run right now, girl?
I don't know. It's never a good
Don't
idea.
you know we have vaginas?
You gotta keep that shit inside.
Past 10? We're not bringing her out. Not for a run, at least. I mean, if we're going to
God.
go do something fun.
Not for a
maybe,
run.
but-
Especially if you're graduating tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
you done did it. You
Yeah.
can stop now,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. No, thank you.
But she went for a run because she is a fucking, I don't know, overachiever. She's
Not us.
yeah, she is dedicated. She is a hard worker. She is ready to play the game. And she puts on a red Marines shirt and shorts and heads out.
Okay.
Cut to two male Marines who are also jogging around the base at the same time. I would like to point out, this seems like a really safe place to be able to jog
Honestly,
around
yeah.
at night.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Navy base.
Yeah.
Everyone here will help you, you know? Like,
Maybe.
I mean, not necessarily, of course, but it
Yeah.
just, it feels safer
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Navy bases always felt safe to me.
I mean, I grew up on them, so.
Yeah.
But I just thought I was safe in general. Didn't realize it was because I was on base.
That's fair.
I was just innocent.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
My kid asked me the other day if bad guys were real, and I was like,
Oh,
homie.
baby, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
You want to see this little map where they show us on red dots where they're
Right.
at around us?
Yeah. I was like, even some good guys are bad guys. And they're like, wait a minute.
Don't do that.
They're two male Marines
Running
jogging
on
around the
base.
base at the same time. Okay?
Yeah.
And they're jogging north, so they cross paths with Suzanne, who was running south. Just
Mm-hmm.
after that, they saw a station wagon with wood grain paneling also going south. They remember it because it swerved over to the lane closer to them, like,
Whoa, gonna get you.
yeah, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, that station wagon's kind of swervy, right?
Yeah.
So they noticed it.
He's kind of swervy.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's real wood?
At least. So, shortly after that, they heard a female scream, "Don't touch me,
Oh, no.
leave me alone."
Uh-oh. Those are some pretty alarming words to hear.
Yeah, they're pretty straightforward. You know?
I feel like I understand what she's asking you.
I feel like someone
too.
over there might be touching her and not leaving her alone.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they were like, we're going to go help.
Oh, nice.
So they ran to that direction.
Yeah.
They're about 100 yards away when they see the station wagon off the road on the grass by a fence.
Oh, that's not normal.
No. And it was on the opposite side that it should have been like driving.
Right. For traffic. So it
Mhm.
like crossed the wrong lane.
Yeah, had crossed over into the wrong lane and then off the grass by
Onto
a
the
fence over
shoulder
there
or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically onto the shoulder. But there was no shoulder. There was no curb or anything. It was just straight grass. Like
okay.
cement grass or
To a
whatever,
fence.
asphalt grass. Yes, then fence. And so they see the car over there, and as they get closer, it drives away in the direction of the main gate. And then they don't see anybody around. They don't see anything, right?
Okay.
So they keep running, and they go to the main gate.
Okay.
Now, they didn't see the car go to the main gate or anything.
Just
but
that direction.
yeah, it went that direction. So they go to the main gate, and they were like, let's go fucking report this shit to
Yeah.
the
Did you
guards
guys
or
see a
whoever.
station wagon with somebody screaming, "Stop, don't touch me" there?
Yeah. So they report the screams and describe the car, and the guards are like, oh shit, let's be fucking heroes.
Oh, shit.
Mhm.
Were they like, yeah, they just drove by?
No, they were like, let's go fucking find him. You think you
Oh.
could identify that station wagon? And
Yeah.
the guys were like, fuck yeah, we could.
Bet.
So they hopped into whatever it was, and they took a little tour of the base, driving around.
Ooh.
So the guards are like, oh shit,
We gonna get that station wagon.
let's go find the fucker.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, motherfucker.
Mhm. They're like, he didn't come through these gates.
Get the mystery. Not these ones.
Not these main gates.
I was gonna say, not the main ones.
So they hop into a golf cart, whatever it is, a car, I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever they had
A
on
Ford
hand.
Festiva.
The Ford Festiva. And they drive around the base looking with these guys, the two Marines that heard the screams
Yeah.
and whatever the gate guards are called.
Well, now no one's manning the gates.
Well, I'm sure they left one guy back, you know?
All right, they're like, if you fucking see him, you give me the hootie hoo, motherfucker.
all right, Gerard.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah.
keep you up here or whatever, you know?
Officer Mark.
Officer Collins.
Get your
But it's
ass
not
over-
Collins. That's
Cotton.
Suzanne's last name. That's why it's the first one that came to mind.
No, it was great.
It was.
I went with it.
You know? So they're driving around. They do not see it. They don't find it
They
anywhere.
don't
So the
find
guards are like, okay, cool. We'll fucking see you when we see you. We'll let you know if we see anything. Bye. Right?
That's interesting.
Basically, they're like, we gotta just keep an eye out. And the dudes were like, yeah, but there could have been like a kidnapping or something.
Yeah, like I think I witnessed that.
Yeah. And the guards were like, well, nobody's been reported missing. So we don't know that there is
It's
a
been
kidnapping.
10 minutes.
It's been 10 minutes and we haven't gotten a call yet, so I think your information is inaccurate.
Yeah.
No, they actually seemed like they were...
Trying, but they didn't
cared.
come up with anything. And they're
Exactly.
like, well, let's see what comes of this.
Exactly. And so they drove around, they didn't see it, and they're like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, you can't leave through this gate. We'll put out a fucking alert. We'll let you know
Right.
if we see anything or hear anything or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So the guys go back to their barracks, and then about an hour and a half later, they get a call to come back to the gate
Main gate.
station or whatever, yeah, to identify a car that matched their description.
Okay.
So they did.
He come out an hour later?
And it did.
Homie didn't even wait?
Well, he came back. He was coming on to the base.
Oh, so he did get out.
We don't know if he can. If he got out. Maybe he went out a different.
Is there a hole in that fence?
There
There must be a non-main gate.
If there is a main gate, there's got to be a non-main
than
gate.
one,
There's at
yeah.
least one side gate,
Right?
you
Or like
know?
the back gate?
Yeah,
Or the like lesser
the lesser gate,
Yeah. What's the opposite of main?
side gate.
Yeah.
Main piece, side piece. I don't know.
Yeah, that feels right.
Main dish, side dish.
Yeah.
So the guards had stopped Sedley Alley.
Sedley?
Sedley.
Oh.
I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how it's spelled.
Sedley? Okay.
So they stopped Sedley Alley and his wife at about 12:10 a.m.
Okay.
Sedley and his wife lived on base housing.
Yeah.
His wife was the one in the service. He was a civilian.
Oh, okay.
He was almost 30 years old and had 2 children from a previous marriage who lived back in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
He had a history of alcohol and substance abuse.
Oopsie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's this freeloading motherfucker doing? History? Is he better? I have questions.
I think he's better at this
It's
point.
suspicious.
Maybe at this point. I also don't think I wrote down what he did. Dang it.
That motherfucker. What'd he do?
I want to say he worked at like a heating and air conditioning place.
Oh, no one cares what he did.
Like Milford.
I
don't
thought
know.
you meant like what he did. you
Oh,
know?
no.
Like
no,
what
no,
he
no,
do.
no. Oh, I'll tell you what he did. Or
Okay.
didn't do. I don't know yet. So
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So whatever Sedley and his wife told the guys at the gate was enough.
For them to be like, cool. Even though your car is pretty suspicious and I just spent the last 10 minutes looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on in. It could have been you. You're coming in.
Mm-hmm.
This fool would have been leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they're like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead. Bye. Right?
Later,
so
Gator.
that's it. They let him go, not suspected of any crime. And then at 6 a.m. on July 12th, so just the next morning, right?
Right.
a body was found at Edmund Orgel Park.
Uh-oh.
It's just outside the Navy base, though.
Okay.
So the Navy, Marines, police, whoever is in charge there.
Those two Marines are probably like, I fucking knew it.
Fucking told you, man.
Yeah.
So the Navy, police, Marines, whoever they are, whoever is in charge is like, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, that body is probably related to that potential kidnapping that we all heard about last night.
Right.
And this guy. So then they immediately go to his house and bring him in for questioning.
Yeah.
He denies everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. And then eventually, after hours of interrogation, he gave a confession to the police.
Okay.
In a recorded statement to the police, Sedley told them that around 7 p.m. that evening, his wife had gone to a Tupperware party.
Oh, do you remember Tupperware parties?
Oh, do I?
They try to make a comeback, you know, through the Facebook.
They're trying to make a comeback for everything like that. Fucking
I know.
Amway, all of it.
I have attended a Facebook Tupperware party and purchased items.
Have you?
I did.
That sucks.
For our friend. Girl, you know who you are. I roll deep, bitch. I'll buy so many fucking Tupperware things. They are so expensive.
I'm really glad whoever our friend is that did that didn't
You probably
ask me.
just ignored it.
I think I probably did. Sorry,
not
I don't buy Tupperware, you know?
I don't either, but I did for that bitch.
Listen, don't try to sell me stuff. I'm your friend. Don't sell me stuff.
And,
I'll come to you if I want it.
right, I did like the stuff, though.
So,
Okay, so.
recorded statement, wife goes to a Tupperware party, right?
Right.
And he didn't like that.
He didn't like the Tupperware party? Probably she's going to spend so much goddamn money.
He's probably pissed about it.
Fuck, now we have this giant bowl that won't fit in any of our cabinets.
For all the fucking salad that you're not tossing, Sharon?
But it comes with a cool, sick-ass lid. So, you know, you can close that bowl.
Yeah.
For all the fucking picnics we go to, and I
don't
can
know,
put my
man.
pasta salad in there.
I would sooner buy a new house to have a housewarming party to have people buy me their
I
Tupperware
know,
than me go to
I
your
know.
fucking
Dude,
Tupperware party.
I cannot believe how expensive Tupperware is.
It's ridiculous. I got Tupperware for my wedding from our friends.
That
and
was a lot of money. Just
was
just
a lot
know.
of money.
Just know.
And every piece of it is fucking gone. I think I have like one bottom half.
That's how all the Tupperware I bought also is. Because I didn't buy any actual containers that you can store anything in. Because God knows I have way too much of that. But I got like a giant pitcher. You know, like the old school pitchers? That thing is so big. It's the biggest pitcher I ever had. Barely fits in my goddamn fridge. Everything is so big. And it was probably $80 goddamn pitcher.
Oh my God.
I don't really know for sure. But.
Okay, so he's mad. Tupperware party.
Oh, yeah. He's so mad.
So,
And he gets drunk.
yeah.
And he's driving around.
Well, he had been at home.
I put
drinking.
that driving around out in my own head.
Yeah, you did. Don't worry.
I know what he did.
I was going to fix it. So, he had been drinking that day before she left. And then by 9 p.m., he had consumed a 6-pack and a 5th of wine.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I don't know what a
I
fifth
don't
of
know.
wine looks like.
I don't either. It's like I've never seen wine measured in fifths before.
I thought you were also going to say like hard alcohol.
Yeah. No, I guess wine is, harder than beer. But like a 6-pack and a wine, you're still conscious, you know?
An alcoholic?
Yeah.
That's nothing. He's fine.
He's fine.
Like he probably thinks he can drive.
Well, so he drove his 1972 Mercury station wagon
With wood paneling.
with wood paneling on the sides
Yep.
to the mini mart where he bought more beer, right?
Obviously, because that's not enough.
He said that he was extremely depressed and debating on driving out to Kentucky to see his kids because he's like, fuck this bitch, right? Going to her Tupperware party.
Oh, shit.
I'm just going to head out of state, right? He's either going to
Wow.
go to Kentucky or...
Could you imagine just showing up at 3 o'clock in the morning, drunk off your ass, like, what's up, babies?
I missed you.
Yeah, I just
I'll
want to lay next to you.
Sleep in my station wagon till morning, I guess.
Smell your baby breath in my
Ugh.
face.
Gross. So, his other option was that he was going to ram his car into a wall and kill himself.
Whoa, those are different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one, you get to be with your kids.
Better option.
The other...
But also, you're driving drunk state away. I don't know how many states are in between there.
I don't know what state we're in. Virginia.
Tennessee.
Tennessee is like, that's got to be a
It is the
solid
flat
day
one.
drive.
I know it's this one.
I was like, from Virginia, it's like
Oh.
down and to the side.
Is it? I thought it was up there.
Virginia?
From Virginia, you'd go up there. I do not know
Oh,
geography.
no, now I'm starting to question my life.
I don't
isn't
know
Tennessee right above like Florida and Georgia?
Line?
And then it's like Tennessee, and then like Virginia's up on the East Coast.
Is
somewhere.
it? I thought Tennessee was like...
And it goes like West Virginia,
I
then
thought
Virginia.
Tennessee was like in the middle.
West Virginia. That's like
No.
Ohio, Kentucky.
No, below that. Below that. but above, like, Alabama and shit.
It is, yeah, but it's lower than you think. Like, Alabama's kind of low. Like, how Texas is kind of low. Like, is lower.
Those are the whole bottom part, yeah. So then Tennessee's, like, the middle.
Like, not in the middle of the
This
U.S.
is the public education system.
Honestly, I'm just going to show you a picture because I don't know how to answer your
I could just look for the
questions
map.
now. Oh, it is. I was right. It is down and over, but it's not as far away as I thought. Like, it's only one state over. You can get to through the tip of Virginia.
Yeah. Oh, motherfucker.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
It's in the middle. That shit's right in the middle.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
It's not right in the middle.
It's
like the lower half.
Is right.
It's the lower
in the
half
middle.
of the United
There
States.
are 2 states below it.
I knew we were going
And
to
there
have to do this so we could discuss this because we're just using different terms.
2 states above it. Technically, there's 3. So it's a little bit lower. Yeah, see, I thought it was above Virginia, though. I thought it was like where Kentucky and Tennessee were flipped. Anyway, we just learned where we're talking about.
My kids have, like, maps on their walls, and I literally just stare at it. So I was very confident in that answer. And I still feel like I was right.
I
But
feel
think
like you're
we were
right,
just
too. You
talking
just
about different
drive
things.
down and over.
Yeah.
You got it right. You were like, it's over there.
But, like, I feel like that's the lower part of
the United States.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it's like Florida, Georgia, Tennessee. Those
See,
are all, like, south
The,
to
like,
me.
bottom states, the, like, line, like Florida, Georgia, Alabama, all those, like, Louisiana, those are all the bottom to me. And then everything above that is middle until, like,
So is
Michigan
Tennessee
is top.
considered the south?
Probably. I have no idea.
Yeah, this is where we're going to get.
Isn't Kentucky considered the South?
That's why I'm like, that feels like it's the bottom half of the U.S. And you're talking about Florida, Georgia line.
I don't know why we try to think of facts or, like, you know.
I don't know. It's like, because whenever we find something that we don't both agree on, we're like, but what is right? Because now we're both wrong.
At least one of us is wrong, and we should come together on this.
It's usually that we're both wrong. Oh, God. All right. Okay.
He's gonna drive
Into a wall.
Into a wall, right?
This guy is not having a good day.
He's not having a good day. He's not having a good time. His wife's gonna go spend too much money at a Tupperware party. I kind of mentioned it earlier, but again, these streets don't have curbs. It's just flat, blah, 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 right?
These streets don't have rules.
The streets don't have rules. So if you're not paying attention, you could easily go off the side of the road, right? Into the grass.
Oh, curbs.
Yeah.
They said curves. I was like, perfect for drunk driving. You just go straight, baby. I got
curbs.
Curbs.
Yeah. So you could.
So you can't drive by Braille.
No, exactly. If you're fucking drunk, you could potentially just continue driving and be like, oh shit, that's not the road.
But that kind of makes sense to what those Marines saw. That guy swerving.
A guy swerving, so maybe drunk.
Mm-hmm. And he
Potentially.
ain't got nothing to live for.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees somebody running on the side of the road and he's like, I have a different plan.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. So he's driving along, drunk as a skunk or whatever, right? Wallowing in his depression, and he felt a thump. This is all in his statement,
Oh,
right?
no. Oh, no. Shut the fuck up.
So he felt a thump, and he realized he had hit a female jogger. So he stops the car, obviously, right? He's not a monster. He gets out, and he goes over to her, and she's rolling around screaming, right? She's in pain. She just got hit by a car. And so he's like, oh, fuck, I'm so sorry. I'll take you to the hospital. Get in my car. And he helps her into his car.
But she said, don't touch me. Stop.
Well, that's according to someone else.
Okay.
This is according to him.
Okay. So he's like, listen, I was just drunk driving, accidentally hit her, and then I was kind enough to take her to the hospital.
Accidentally hit her. He said that along the way, she started calling him names like a drunk bastard.
No.
Yeah.
Don't hurt his pride at a time like this.
Not at a time like this.
You drunk bastard.
You drunk fucking bastard.
Fucking hit her. She has the right to call him a drunk bastard.
Yeah, well, he didn't like it.
You get a pass, homie.
He was like, don't call me that.
I have a mother and a father.
And then, exactly, I was born in wedlock. And she started kind of, allegedly,
Popping off at the mouth with shit she shouldn't have said.
popping off at the mouth, being like, I'm gonna fucking sue you. Like,
Oh.
bro, you hit me.
Oh, I'm going to sue your ass.
I'm supposed to graduate tomorrow. I got a job and shit lined up.
I got hit by a fucking car and I'm puking shards of my ribs out, but I'm going to call you a fucking drunk ass bastard.
She was pissed. And so he tried calming her down, but it didn't work. And so he panicked.
And then he broke her neck.
Well, I'm assuming he parked his car. That part was not pointed out. But
Okay, well-
I'm assuming he parked his car. And at this point, they were by a lake, right?
Uh-oh.
And he started trying to reason with her about not getting him in trouble,
Just
right?
get in the fucking lake. Trying to reason with her. Just get in the fucking lake.
Just get in the fucking lake. I'm just
Get in the
fucking,
lake.
just
It'll be fun.
kill yourself.
Just get in the lake. Okay, sorry.
No. Like, just don't tell anyone. It was an accident.
Yeah,
you
don't
know?
tell Mom.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're not even
fine.
hurt.
You're fine. You're fine. Rub dirt in it.
It doesn't even hurt that bad. Was that a broken rib? You just puked out shards of your ribs?
Yeah, you just
It's
peeked
fine.
out shards of your wrist. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't be such a baby about it, okay?
Yeah.
And he's trying to reason with her, and she was not relenting. And
Right.
so he hit her in the side of the head with a screwdriver.
Ew.
I'm sorry, stabbed her in the side of the head. with a screwdriver.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird choice of words.
Yeah.
He stabbed her?
He stabbed her with a screwdriver. She collapsed, and he, again, panicked.
Where her in the head? Like, did it hit skull?
Like,
Was
temple.
it the temple? Fuck that shit, man.
Side of the head.
No.
So she collapsed, and he panicked. And
Where did he get the screwdriver? He came prepared. That's premeditation.
I mean, it was in a station wagon. It's a wagon. You have so much stuff in that.
It's also a station.
Where you might keep tools.
Fair point. You got me.
Yeah. So he decided that the best way to cover this up would be to make it look like she got raped. Because then, like, he has nothing to do with that.
This is really, really not jiving. Like his story is, I'm hearing like the BS alert is going off in my head a lot.
That's really,
You know what I mean?
it was really weird that you get that feeling.
Yeah.
So he dragged her by her feet.
Got to make it look real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Over to a nearby tree. And he broke a branch off the tree.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. No.
And he inserted it into her.
Why?
He reiterated that he had been drunk and he wasn't thinking clearly, right?
Why?
Okay.
Is she dead? Or she just stabbed in
No,
the side of the head?
she was not dead. At the time, no.
Did she have the screwdriver still in her head?
No.
And he fucking did that? What the fuck is wrong with people?
A lot.
Oh my God.
So,
Is she just like at a park?
yeah. But it's like,
Nighttime.
midnight, 10 p.m. She went on her jog at 10 p.m. That all
Right.
happened, right?
Jesus.
So he runs back to his car. He takes off, right? He even took the police and pointed out the tree where her body would have been found, like under the tree that her body would have been found, and the tree that he got the branch from, okay?
Was there a broken branch?
I guess.
Okay.
But the police were like, fucking checks out.
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
Oh, God.
As if that wasn't enough, right?
I keep trying to plug my ears, but you're in my ear.
I don't want to hear it. I'm going to make it louder.
Yeah.
During autopsy, it was discovered that Suzanne had died from multiple blunt force injuries
Okay.
and internal bleeding.
Okay.
She had scrapes and bruises all over her body and had a skull fracture.
Yeah. From that screwdriver?
Mm.
Or being beat up?
The tree branch was 31 inches long.
Holy shit. I like how you had to hold up your hands for me.
And is that a lot?
I'm like, a yardstick. How long's a yardstick? How long is a yard?
Yeah, a yardstick.
25?
A yardstick is 36. So
36?
almost a yardstick.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. And it had been repeatedly,
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to leave my body before you answer this.
I'm sorry, shoved inside her up to 20 inches,
Oh my God.
puncturing her stomach and lungs. That's all.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Are you serious? And she was alive? And
She
he
was
just
alive.
He spiked her.
She was alive. Yeah, he impaled her. Yeah. She was alive. She got stabbed in the fucking lungs from the
her vagina.
Yeah. By a tree branch.
Just because this drunk guy was like, gotta make it look real.
I don't know.
That has to be hard. Like, not,
I don't know.
like it's a,
Like to get it in there?
oh, and it not break? That's like a big branch. How big was this branch?
I don't know how girthy it was.
See, and if it's really girthy, that's a lot of work too.
Yeah, I don't
Oh my God.
know.
Who would do that?
But isn't that horrible?
Erin, that is quite literally probably one of the worst things we've talked about on this podcast.
I read it and I left my body and I was like, I need to tell Stacey.
It hit her lungs.
Her lungs. It punctured her lungs and her stomach. She died from internal bleeding and blunt force trauma. But
Oh my God.
isn't that horrible?
Yeah, that's fucking.
Sorry for keep asking that.
Yeah,
It's pretty
like,
bad. Yeah,
I'm still
We're
out
all-
of
we're
my
all
body
fucking aware.
trying not to think about it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
There were no obvious screwdriver wounds, but the ME did testify that perhaps the blunt end of a screwdriver could have caused some of the injuries, but it was not the sharp end.
Okay, so it wasn't like he like poked her in the head. Not that it's much better that he used a giant fucking stick instead, but like he
But-
used a screwdriver just to bonk her, like a little tonk.
I mean, he said he stabbed her in the head with it. So
In the autopsy, didn't see that? That wasn't a stab.
the autopsy said that that was not an injury that
So
she
then
had
I don't
sustained.
fucking believe this man.
So there were
Why would he say that?
that he'd stabbed her in the head with a screwdriver.
And that he, like, fucking raped her with a branch. Like, why would he, if that part's true, right? Why would he say the screwdriver part if it's not true?
I don't know. There were
What the fuck?
he was drunk.
So he doesn't remember.
Maybe.
He probably used the wrong end.
Maybe. And he was like, I thought I fucking got her. I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
So
Homie should not be drinking.
there were marks around her neck consistent with strangulation. And there was no evidence that she had been hit by a car. So,
I was going to say I don't believe the car hit thing.
yeah, that seems more like I see something,
Right.
take
Yeah.
someone, you know.
Yeah. Has
So-
he done this before?
I don't know.
Like, that seems like...
Planned.
It
Or,
seems like
spontaneous enough to,
mean-
like, have a plan.
to have something wrong with you in the beginning to want to do that, right?
sure,
Like,
yeah.
there's got to be signs. But, like...
There's got to be signs.
There's...
He did have some kind of frontal lobe.
I'm sure that shit
Disorder?
was degenerated or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, it is not fully formed. But, like homie fell off a swing or whatever, hit his
Yeah.
head too many times. But, like, the commitment with the branch is what's getting me.
It's horrifying. So, Sedley is charged with Suzanne's murder, and the trial starts.
Yeah,
right?
no question, right? These fucking dogs, not at a time like this, sir.
Not at a time like this.
Ma'am! Sorry.
It's okay.
Right in the mic.
I didn't hear it.
It worked. She was like, oh, fuck. She hit me with a ma'am.
My bad. Ma'am! It's hot.
It's so hot. This
Okay.
ice pack has melted.
Sedley's defense was that he had multiple personality disorder, and
Okay.
it must have been one of the other personalities that committed this crime, right?
Cool. Let's imprison that one.
Mm-hmm. And
Let's make sure that one can't come out.
we're just gonna imprison all of them.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and play it safe. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So he apparently had 3 other personalities named
Ooh.
Billy, Power, and Death.
They're not even good names.
Nah, Billy's all right. It was an IE too.
Oh.
Billy. So
Was he a little bitch? When he
Billy?
was Billy? Yeah.
I don't know.
Like his soft side?
But anytime that they would speak, his voice would change or whatever.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. He had a psychiatrist testify that he believed one of the other personalities was in control, and if that were the case, that Sedley wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. Like,
Okay,
he
so
didn't.
we're building that insanity defense, right?
Mm-hmm. They claimed that he didn't have memory of the murder either. And
Honestly,
the police
it
were
would
like,
kind of make a little sense with that screwdriver part, because that's kind of weird.
I guess, but the police were also like, you gave us a whole fucking statement
That's
after.
true.
Like, what do you mean you don't remember it if you told us it?
I feel like, when you're, like, drunk and then the next day you're trying to piece together the story, maybe that explains away the screwdriver part.
Yeah, like
When you're
blackout.
like, I
or time
totally
traveling.
stabbed him, and then your friend's like, no, you didn't. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I thought I did.
Thank God, you know?
Yeah.
Would have been a very different
You know when
evening.
that happens? When you think you stabbed somebody?
So the prosecution's like, okay, but you fucking confessed to it. Like, you can't say you didn't remember it. You gave us this whole statement on it, right?
Well, you knew.
Yeah. So then the psychiatrist guy was like, well, maybe the personalities are talking to each other.
Oh, God. He got a good therapist.
Yeah. And the prosecution discovered that the psychiatrist expert that the defense had hired had no special experience with multiple personality
Shut the fuck
disorder.
up.
And
They're just shooting out ideas.
he had never witnessed Sedley have a personality change or anything. He's just like, well, I mean, maybe they're all in the same fucking building, or whatever. Head.
The personalities.
Yeah.
Same body.
Yeah. So, like, they could have talked. I don't know. The guy's just fucking firing off
Shooting at the
ideas.
hips,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So he's kind of discredited, right?
Yeah, feels like it if you're not specializing in this.
Yeah. So other psychologists and psychiatrists hypnotized him, and
Ooh.
they said that they did not believe that he was faking his multiple personality disorder.
So they hypnotized him and they were like, for sure, he's got multiple personalities.
For
Because
sure,
when
there's-
I said, bring out death, he was like, death is her.
yeah, they're like, there's a bunch of dudes in there.
Yeah, there's so many.
This
Billy's
body
the little bitch.
is over occupancy.
We thought there was just one, but there's like fucking 4 of these motherfuckers in here. One of them's
Exactly.
called death.
So, like, now we're back to maybe, right? Maybe he has multiple, I don't know. Maybe he's got multiple personality disorder.
Okay,
Who knows?
but they don't know. They're like, it's possible.
Either way,
Yeah.
Sedley was found guilty, and he was sentenced to death in 1987.
Wow, even with the personalities.
He obviously appealed, right?
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
But the conviction and the sentence stayed.
Wow.
And then there was something with like a change in governor or something like that to where they
governor?
stopped executions for a while.
Yeah, that happens.
And eventually executions in Tennessee became a thing again. And so he was scheduled
like,
for
"God
execution.
damn it."
Yeah, exactly. So he's scheduled now for 2006, right?
Okay.
And at this point, DNA evidence is a bigger thing.
Ooh.
So apparently they had a bunch of physical evidence that they could get DNA from,
Off of her?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. And the state refused to test it.
Uh-oh, that's not a good look.
It was to the point where Sedley's lawyers had everything ready. Like, the test was only going to take 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It wouldn't interfere with the execution date that they set. Like,
Right.
it wasn't going to have a stay or anything.
Right.
Sedley's going to pay for it. They're like,
Right.
you don't have to fucking do anything.
Just let us have access to the shit to test.
Exactly. And the request was denied.
I don't like that part. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is it denied?
There's
Why
too much corruption and I don't trust you now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do weird shit like that.
It's very, very suspicious. If you
Right.
have the DNA
Right.
and you have the fucking
if this
evidence,
is a fair and just system.
and if you honestly believe you've got the right guy, then you should have nothing to worry about. You know, like, well, if you're
Yeah.
innocent, you have nothing to worry about. Test the DNA, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's gonna do it though.
Maybe.
So
So
they're
they're
with a whammy at the end here. You're like, fucking 2 station wagons, 2 drunk motherfuckers, 2 Tupperware parties.
maybe the other Tupperware party,
Ah! That bitch held it on the same night. She knew I couldn't go to both.
rival Tupperware. She knew I couldn't go to both. So
Can't afford 2.
the request is denied, and Sedley was executed by lethal injection.
Oh no.
June 28th, 2006.
All right, I'd be pretty pissed.
2:12 a.m. I'd be
Okay.
pretty pissed too.
I'd be pretty pissed.
He was in prison for almost 21 years at the time of his execution.
Okay. Wow, that's actually kind of a quick execution.
Yeah, honestly.
Like usually they're almost on their deathbed, and we're
Yeah.
like, I can better do that shit
Finally. Yeah.
anymore.
But it's Tennessee.
yeah.
So I think they were like, line them up.
Yeah.
And then the governor, whoever that was at the time, I think it was a female, and she got a lot of shit for it. I think it cost her career or something.
because she was like, well, maybe let's not kill everybody right away.
Yeah, she's like, it's kind of a lot, guys.
Like, there's a lot of people waiting to die.
Yeah, and they were like, you're a soft-hearted fucking bitch, or whatever.
Oh.
You know, they're like, yeah, you're terrible. And so she lost her career for doing that. But he stayed alive for 20 more years.
You know.
His last words were to his grown children through the glass, saying he loves them.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing.
Did we test the DNA later? What's going on? Tell me.
There was a bunch of evidence that was kept hidden from the defense.
Gasp. What do you mean?
Gasp is right. The first thing was that there were multiple eyewitnesses to the initial kidnapping,
Yeah.
and they described a man about 5'6" to 5'8", with short dark hair and a dark complexion.
Okay.
Our boy Sedley over here, he is 6'4".
Oh, he's pretty tall.
He's
pretty
fucking
tall.
foot taller
He's
than
a
everybody
giant.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the giant you saw on stilts earlier.
he might have been the giant I saw on stilts earlier. He's a foot taller than these people are estimating, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
pretty obvious.
a big jump,
Yeah.
especially if you're saying 5'6" to 5'8". Like that's a short fella, you know?
Yeah, I'll give that. I was like, I'm really bad at height and all that, but yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference.
It's a big difference.
It's a big difference. When you see a tall ass motherfucker and you're like, fuck, how tall are you?
Yeah, and 6'4" is a guy where you don't just casually walk by. You're like, Jesus Christ.
All right, you're tall.
Yeah, it's the first thing out of your mouth. And they're like, I fucking know. So he's 6'4". He's 200 pounds with long, light reddish brown hair.
Mm.
He had a beard and a mustache and a light complexion.
Very distinguishable against.
Very
the
opposite
yeah.
of the eyewitness accounts.
Uh-oh.
The medical examiner originally determined that Suzanne's time of death was between 10 p.m. to 12 a.m., but he later changed his notes and said that she had been dead closer to 3:30 a.m.
To make it fit his story?
No, to
Oh.
make it not fit his story. But
Who
the defense,
changed the notes?
the medical examiner,
Oh.
was like, it was closer to 3:30.
Like, actually looking at it,
Mhm.
it was closer to 3:30.
Mm-hmm. But at the earliest, it would have been 1:30. So, like, from 1:30 a.m. to 3:30 a.m.,
But
right?
it could not have happened at 11 o'clock.
Before that,
Yeah.
And if you'll recall, Sedley was home with his wife by, like, 12:30 a.m., And there were neighbors who testified to seeing him and his wife arguing on the porch after that. So he was home. He didn't leave the
Did he
base.
falsely confess, and that's why the screwdriver is wrong?
Maybe.
How do you know about the branch, though?
I don't know, because... okay, hold on.
Okay.
So,
you can't just fucking make that up unless they coerced him to say it.
yeah, they might have.
Because that's a very defining thing.
That's a very defining
we
thing.
need to see these interview tapes.
Oh, okay. So, the part that really bothers me is that Suzanne had a boyfriend named John Borup. He was questioned after the attack, but the police determined that he had, quote, no information of value. And they let him go.
Did he have an alibi?
No information of value.
Okay.
So, they let him go. They didn't know his appearance or what kind of car he had, anything like that, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't until, 20 years later that it was revealed that the boyfriend actually matched the description given by eyewitnesses.
Shut the fuck up.
And he admitted to being with her earlier in the day. Not to say anything about that, because, she was probably around with a lot of people earlier in the day, right? But he also sometimes drove his mom, or grandma's, I don't remember, car, which was a wood-paneled station wagon.
Shut the fuck up. Homie over here,
Homie over
fucking
here.
multiple personality dude that I was just ripping on,
Mm-hmm.
who
whole
probably
time.
really probably has
Multiple personality disorder.
personalities.
And he's like, I don't know, man. Fucking sometimes power gets out of control.
And I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And then what if he was coerced to say all the things that match the scene, because that's the fucking shit that happens.
And also...
Why would they not want him to get his DNA?
And also...
I'm so mad!
And also, it was
Yeah.
such a horrific crime that the police and
Passion,
stuff
yeah.
were like, we gotta fucking lock this shit down now.
Yeah, I'm sure. But also, wouldn't that be a sign of passion? A boyfriend could do something that horrific, right? If you hate somebody so much, don't they say, when it's very intimate and all that, it's usually, passion?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, did the boyfriend have reason?
Well, there was the fact that apparently Suzanne had been seeing another man behind
Okay.
his back. And she
What
had...
the fuck?
she had
Fairfax, Virginia.
No,
Sorry.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Where the fuck we are now? What the fuck?
She had plans to move to California and marry this other man.
Well, there you go. Case closed. Homie got fried for nothing. That sucks.
So,
Just because he was an alcoholic
just because you're an alcoholic.
with multiple personalities.
Wrong place, wrong time? Maybe? I don't know. We
That
don't know.
scares
They
me.
won't test
That
the fucking DNA.
scares me.
So,
They won't test it still?
bruh. So, there were also fingerprints and shoe prints left at the crime scene that didn't match his.
What the fuck? Why didn't you say all this when I was ripping on him? You misled me on purpose.
For this exact reason. And the tire tracks that were taken from the scene did not match his station wagon. Sedley's station wagon.
Yeah.
So, this was all evidence that was hidden from the defense. They didn't know any of that shit. And they're just like, I don't know, man. He said he was there.
Feels like a very bad defense lawyer, though, that didn't ask, hey, do we have tire tracks? Do we have anything?
Right? Do we have anything?
Or
Do
did
you
they
have
just
physical
lie and say
evidence on
no?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or is it don't ask, don't tell?
Maybe. But his defense lawyers, at least, up until the end and, now and stuff.
Tried, yeah.
They believed him,
Yeah.
wholeheartedly that he's innocent.
That's
but
so scary.
I don't know about the original trial
Yeah.
lawyers, defense lawyers. Because they could have just been like, yeah, I don't know, you guy's crazy, lock him up.
Right.
Also, the recorded confession that he gave to the police, apparently it lasted for 2 hours, but the tape is only 15 minutes long.
Right. It's
And-
only the part that he says.
And there are 7 spots where it was clearly stopped and started
Jesus
again.
Christ.
So, maybe he was coerced. Maybe he was told about the tree branch. Maybe he was asked why he would use a tree branch.
Yeah.
Given the information or
What did you
spoon-fed
use
the
to hit her
information.
on the head? A screwdriver.
Exactly.
Did you use the sharp side or the other side? Sharp side. And they're like, I guess hopefully that'll match.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it was the blunt.
It's
Maybe
fucking
it could've
suspicious.
been. It's super suspicious. This really bothers me.
There was also another Marine or someone in Suzanne's class named Thomas Bruce. And Bruce. This guy would be caught for another murder 20 years later.
Oops.
And they believe that he may have been a serial offender. Although I
This
don't.
sounds serial. The shit you said, I was like, that's really random.
It's really random.
It's either got to be passionate
or someone
serial. Yeah.
hunting
Yeah.
women. Yeah. But I don't know the circumstances around this Thomas Bruce guy's other murder.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything else on
Right.
that.
We don't
but-
know. We need the fucking DNA tested.
Yeah, but there are people who are like, yeah, this guy is fucking suspicious too, and he was another murderer, right?
And those two people are just running around.
Yeah. Well, he's not anymore, but
He did.
he's in prison for this other murder.
Oh, that's right. You
He
did say
was
that.
just running around, then he murdered someone.
Could have prevented that. Fuckers,
Maybe.
if you had done your job.
Maybe. Or maybe he wasn't the guy that killed him.
Maybe. But we will never know because you won't let him test it.
Yeah.
Why?
So Sedley's daughter contacted the Innocence Project.
Good.
Who
I'm all fired up.
I know. I think they took on the case. I'm not positive, but they
Love
have
it.
like a write-up or whatever on him.
Yeah.
And they hopefully will be able to test the DNA soon.
You know what, though? What happens then? Do they get to sue and get some money? Because it's not going to bring their dead dad back.
Well, the daughter said, it's too late for my dad, but it's not too late to find the truth.
Honestly,
And
I would want to know. I would do it for my dad.
I would do it for my dad.
Yeah.
With
And then if it was
DNA
like he
testing,
did it,
too.
I'd be like, fuck.
Oh, damn it.
Dad.
I fucking stood up for you, bro. But also, if they test the DNA and it wasn't Sedley, then someone else's DNA might be in the database to be like, oh,
Catch
it was
him.
this guy.
Yeah.
He's there, whatever.
You could solve something.
You could solve the case.
Yeah.
Just test the fucking DNA.
What the fuck?
So the Tennessee Supreme Court admitted that denying the testing back in 2006 was fucked up. Like they're like that was a bad move
Sorry about that.
on our part. Like right before an execution,
Yeah.
probably should have tested it. And in 2011, they made it a law or whatever that if you're on death row, you get DNA testing. Like they're like, yeah, we'll do that shit.
Okay. Good.
You're welcome,
Yeah,
right?
that's cool.
If
That's
there's DNA, you can test the shit out of it.
good. You could test it anytime you want.
If Sedley is eventually found innocent, his case will be the first time in history that DNA testing proved an innocent person was executed.
Oh, that's really sad. It'll really be the first. Because we've been executing some innocent people.
For sure,
This
yeah.
shit is corrupt.
But it'd be the first DNA proven
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
When are they going to test it? Are
I
they
don't
going to? How do you get rights to that?
I don't know. As far as I could tell, the testing still hasn't been done, but Sedley's daughter is, like, determined to make it
Do you think it's
happen.
like the family has to give up the material? Like you have to
Suzanne's
get...
family?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know. Because her family was also pretty upset at the long wait for the execution. So then, they believe that this man murdered their daughter.
So then they probably don't want to give it? If
They
don't
want... I don't know if they don't want to give it. I don't think it's up to them. I think it's up to Tennessee,
Yeah.
like the state or whatever.
whether or not they...
Yeah. But they were doing something with the habeas corpus thing that, like, so appeals can't go on forever and ever.
Right, so they can get justice.
Yeah, so they could get closure and justice and all that. So they were kind of petitioning that way. And then Sedley's daughter was petitioning towards, like, fucking test this bitch.
Jesus, that makes me so nervous.
Doesn't
That
it?
You could be like, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have the same fucking car.
Mm-hmm. And station wagons back in, what?
Everywhere.
Yeah, 86.
Dude, they were still around in like
85?
fucking 96, 97.
Yeah.
My
was
best
popular.
friend growing up had them.
Yeah.
Even with the wood paneling.
Yeah, they were a popular car then. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people probably have them.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
That's
that scary?
crazy. That's so sad.
Isn't it?
It's upsetting because of all
is.
the corruption that's coming out anyway. Or maybe it's just my age,
Yeah,
like
right,
How we
you're
all start to
seeing it
get
all.
fucking, yeah.
But it's just why? Why? If you're so sold that the prosecution laid out such a good case and everything was perfect to where you're like, this
Just
guy
let him have it.
definitely, he definitely committed this murder,
Yeah.
then just test it.
Yeah.
Just to know for sure. Check your fucking work, you know?
Right? I mean, I get too why you might want to protect the family and be like, they've been through enough. But like, if you've never tested the DNA,
But also, yeah, if you've never tested the DNA,
Yeah.
also protect the family. Give them, like, supreme closure, you know?
actual justice.
Yeah, he did
Supreme
definitely
leader.
do it. Supreme DNA. Like,
Yeah.
he either definitely did do it or he definitely did not, you
Right,
know?
right.
As the mom of
As a
Suzanne, as a mother of Suzanne, I would want the DNA done.
Yeah, me too.
Or I would have no reason against it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, sure, whatever, do what you want.
Like, go for it. I mean, hopefully it tells us the truth.
Because
and-
also, even if it wasn't him, that means that her murderer was still out and around. Like, wouldn't you
Yeah.
then want to catch that
I know.
guy?
That's troublesome.
Yeah.
And
I don't
probably
have,
still is right now.
I don't have something against Sedley. I have something against a guy who did this.
Well, now I
crime.
have something against the fucking state holding a person in prison for 21 years and then executing them.
Yeah.
Because
With
you don't want to do your
nothing,
fucking job.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I hate it.
Yeah.
Mad.
And all the hidden evidence. It's just so, like,
weird.
why? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corruption.
Don't you want to be right? Like,
I
look
wonder
at
if
the
any of those-
evidence and then follow it and be right.
I
Just
wonder if any of those potential suspects had ties or something to whoever was investigating.
maybe.
Fucking
know.
shady, son.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. So if you want to check out pictures pertaining to Erin's case, go to our social media. Yeah. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, and our handle is at ISGD Podcast. Come join us on Facebook group. We're called the Goddamn Pod Group. We fucking hang out and chat. You should join us. If you want to email us, you can do that at isgdpodcast@gmail.com, or you can snail mail us
At P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 9197.
9, and we love you.
Bye.
Hey, happy Father's Day!
Happy Father's Day!
Is that this weekend? No, it's next weekend.
Jesus.
It's okay, we have time. I yelled that so loud.
But we'll tell you next time, too.